Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth. Make we reason. Make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica. Make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth. Make we reason. Make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica. Make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth. Make we reason. Make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica. Make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth. Make we reason. Make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica. Make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth. Make we reason. Make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica. Make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a special edition of the Make We Talk program. Wow, I want to say before I go any further, I want to say thanks to all those who continue to call me and giving me condolence in the passing of my dad. I want to say thank you all very much. Thanks to all my students in the chat room. I have been trying to get a hold of my one of my moderator, but I'm not getting a hold of her. But hopefully she will come on. I want to say thank you all very much. Thank you all very much for, the condolences and the very well, some messages that I got really bring tears to my eyes. I want to say thank you all very much for coming on. Thank you all very much for giving me the push to still continue, And I just want to tell you guys thanks. Thank you all very, very much. This evening, we're going to speak about, I didn't plan to come on at all this evening, but to take things off my mind, I have to come on and speak to you, all of you, because all of you make this program possible. Every single one of you. You criticize me, and I take the criticism, and I move on, because you criticize me in a right and proper way. I just want to tell you all thanks. This program will never be possible without you people. You all could be somewhere else listening to other things, but you come on over here. You come on over here and you You listen to me rant and rave and go on the most way. I want to say thanks to my students, thanks to Wilfred Rattigan students, and thanks to other students from other platforms that may come on over here to listen to me. We live in a very complex world. When I say very complex world, I mean we live in a very peculiar environment, especially in our island, Jamaica. And many of us, at times, will sit down and ask ourselves questions. Thank you very much for the condolence. Thank you all very much. Many of us will sit down and ask ourselves what happened. I came on this evening to speak to you or to play some videos for you, or a video for you, of the Prime Minister yesterday evening talking in Portmore. And I listened to him keenly, and I asked myself many questions. Is our Prime Minister talking to the Jamaican people with respect? One of the reasons why I say that is because our Prime Minister said something that bad mind and grudgeful is the order of the day. And when you speak about those things, Prime Minister, you're speaking to the Jamaican people, whether they are PNP or JLP. Whether you are PNP or you're JLP, you're speaking to the Jamaican people. Yes, my dad died, and I want to say thank you all again very much for your condolences. Thank you. I was trying to get a hold of my good friend Headboy to come on to really boots me up, but I'm not. His phone is ringing out an answer. Let me send him something here. Hold on for me. Hopefully he will hear me and come on. You know, when you talk about bad mind and grudgeful and no bad mind and no grudgeful, you're not speaking to only, you're speaking to everybody, Prime Minister. Every single Jamaican. Are you saying that all of us is bad mind and grudgeful over you? Not a word about the election. Not a word about the election. Nothing at all about the election. Let me go over here and say something here. Not a word about the election. Nothing at all. Nothing about the election. Not one single thing about the election. Nothing about the election. More than you're going to hear that they can't call it. And we don't expect them to call it now either. And what we must understand also, at what time did the Parliament of Jamaica begin? The last of the Parliament of Jamaica. So when you hear the minister said that the election can call in by November of this year, she's absolutely right, you know. Because it depends on the first sitting of the Parliament. What month did the Parliament really sit? The first sitting of it. Yeah, by September 15th. Yes, they're correct. They can do it by that time. Now, are we ready for the election? That's the question we must ask ourselves. And I hear something last night. Many of you may say, Jeffrey, where are you going with this? I heard something last night. And I sit and I listen keenly. Very keenly. The Labour Party, when they have their people speaking, they hardly play any songs, you know. And whatever songs they're playing is vote for this and vote for that. Vote for Labour. Why I go down that road? I want to encourage the other side, the People's National Party, that what they need to do is to encourage their people to vote for them. what they're doing at political platforms when they have these meetings is for the selected to play in all of these songs. You must play songs that resonate with the people. I say it many times on this platform that the Labour Party in 2016 used social media to win the election. And the People's National Party have a chance, a very good chance, of winning this election, you know, if they play the cards straight. If they play the cards straight, they have a very good chance of winning this election. We cannot be having, when we have our people speaking, winning this election. Even when they're having the opposition leader speaking, Mr. Mark Golding, they cut in his speech and they start playing some songs. The songs that they need to play is to put your ex beside the head. Those are the songs that they need to play. And when the party leader coming in, they need to play the My Leader Barney song. I'm not coming to talk politics tonight. But that is what the People's National Party, I believe, in my honest opinion, this is my opinion, that I believe that's what they need to do. Is to, when you go out there to speak to the people, you speak to the people in a sense where, of course, Mark Golding can make them understand. And they do understand. But you must also have the selector who are playing at that political rally, that they must get their things right. There are some songs that they can play, of course. They can play a Burning Spear song. My Country Don't Sell Out. Those songs can be played. Or you can play oh my God, what's the guy name again, man? Fire Palm, something another. And Matalan Sell Out and all kind of something. That's the song I'm talking about. But play songs that will resonate with the people. I am not saying that songs that some singers may record resonate with the people, but in a political area, they need to make sure that the people that they're vying for, the uncommitted, the undecided, can come over to them. Resonate with them. And that is why I will be saying this tonight. And I hope Mr. Golding is listening. I hope the party leader of the People's National Party, the oldest political party in the Western Hemisphere, or in the English-speaking Caribbean, I pray and hope that he's listening to us tonight. That what they need to do when they're going political campaign, don't play no yega song. Play songs when the party leader coming in. My Leader Banya. Play songs that resonate with the people. And tell the people to go out and vote. I don't hear them saying that. I don't hear them saying that when the time comes, you must go out and vote. Make sure you vote. I don't hear them saying that. And the People's National Party stand a clear chance of winning this election. But they need to go out there, PD by PD, workers of the party to go out there and speak to the people. Speaker after speaker, when they're ending, they must say, remember, go out there and vote, don't stay home. I don't hear them saying that. I don't hear them saying that. And that's what they need to do. That is what they need to do. Because if they don't do that, may God help them. And may God help us in this country. That is what they need to do, is to go out there, speak in some terms that the people can understand. Because I tell you something, there is so much money on the ground that they will continue buying votes from the people. I heard them speaking about last night. They're speaking about the Portmore was started by Mr. Siaga and all of them. No, I do not know who started Portmore. The history is there to see. I have never do a research on who really started Portmore. And I think we need to. Damien came out and said that the People's National Party started it. Last night I hear the Prime Minister saying it's Mr. Siaga who did it. So we don't know who to believe. You know? What stand out with me last night when I listened to this man speak? I listened to the Prime Minister speak last night. Whether we like it, yes or no, you know. Many of us may not like the individual Andrew Holness. But what we need to remember and to respect is the office of the Prime Minister. It's our office. So we have to respect his office. Respect the office of the Prime Minister. I listened to him talk last night and I hear him say some stuff that I asked myself the question. Don't everybody lie? I'm pretty much sure he has told some lies in his life. You know? But he said that the People's National Party is lying about things to the Jamaican people. He went on to say that there was somebody on TikTok spewing lie for the People's National Party. To show you that he's listening. And that is why the People's National Party, the PNP, must use social media. They cannot be so complacent. They cannot be saying, oh, you don't have enough viewers, so I'm not come upon you. I prefer go upon this one year. It doesn't matter. You come on and you speak to the people. A lot of Jamaicans don't listen to mainstream media anymore. What they do is listening to a social media platform. And that is what they need to do. You know? You don't respect the crime office, that's your business. The office belongs to the people of Jamaica. It don't belong to the Prime Minister, Andrew Holness. It belongs to the people of Jamaica. And if you understand where I'm trying to come from, then you understand what I'm saying. You got to respect the office itself. You don't have to respect the individual. Let us play something here that he spoke about last night. And when you listen to him, you ask yourself the question, is this man all up there? No disrespect? No disrespect? Sorry about that, viewer. Sorry, I do apologize. My wife walked in here and showed me something. Sorry. So, you know, we must when sorry, I lost my train of thoughts. When you hear him speak, and I want to let you listen to it. And please, I know that you might say, I can't listen to this man. I always said on this platform, you know, it's best that you get the first hand of everything, not the second hand. One of the reasons why I will put this program on the parliament live is because I want to listen. One of the reasons why I will bring press conference live is because I want to listen and learn something. One of the reasons why I'll bring in, and we have to be balanced, you know. One of the reasons why I'll bring in the Labour Party conferences, because you have to listen to them. Nobody must tell anything. You got to listen to them and pick sense out of nonsense. So is the PNP. We all must pick sense out of nonsense. Thank you very much for praying for me. Thank you all very much for praying. My dad's funeral is going to be on Saturday. And it's going to be on Saturday. It's a very hard time, and that is one of the reasons why I come on here to just take my mind off all other stuff. But listen to what the Prime Minister said last night at the JLP rally in Portmore. Listen to this. Hold on.
To have the political credit. They don't want the Jamaica Labour Party to have the political credit. He would rather deprive the people of their park for political power for themselves. What kind of leadership is that? They don't choose you. They don't choose Jamaica. They choose themselves. They are only about power for themselves.
JLP for Jamaica.
I want to give you a very quick example. You know, John.
All right, hold on there for me now. You see, like how he's speaking and they come up JLP for Jamaica? The People's National Party must do something. The PNP, we care for the people. Some slogan like that. You know? You can't be at a political rally speaking. And all they can hear, they cut the speech by putting in some song. No. If they're going to cut the speech put in some song, you put in a song that resonates with the people when you're speaking. Listen to this man. What he's saying. Because honestly, sometimes you wonder.
F. Kennedy, a former great president of the United States. He is widely attributed to have said, I dream of things that are not, and say, why not? And others see things as they are and leave it. I came into politics to change things, to improve things, to make your life better in real ways. That's why I come into politics. So when I look at my Jamaica, a country that had lovely parks, lovely botanical gardens, and then for many years of neglect, those parks and those gardens deteriorated to nothing. One of the dreams that I had, which I then turned into a vision, which I then had the opportunity to allocate budgets to, is to make sure that every parish in Jamaica has a park. Not a park that you have to lock up all kind of foolishness happening in the park. A park where you can go and walk, go eat ice cream and sit down on the grass, go watch performance in the park, go do a little jogging. You can have recreation in the park, and every parish must have a park. We built one in St. James, and we call it the Harmony Park. The PNP them promised to build a park here. For how long? I come, and I am building the park now. It's called the Resilience Park in Portmore. I find some way that we can now build a park in the center of the island in Manchester. We're building a park in Manchester. And for the life of me, I cannot understand why an elected representative, somebody who is supposed to be representing the best interest of the people of the area that elected him, come and say, him no want no park. I have never heard a more backward kind of thinking than this.
You know something, Prime Minister Holness? Tell me something now. How much all those parks gonna cost the people of this country? You want us to go down a road tonight, Mr. Prime Minister, that I did not want to go down? Nobody cannot come and tell me that Jamaica's hospital are okay. No one. Because you know why? I had first-hand experience because of my family member. And they begged me hard not to say anything about it. But Jamaica's healthcare system, Prime Minister Holness, is a disgrace. And the money gonna take Mr. Holness to build all these parks. Yes, the parks are good. People can go sit down and reminisce and take something off of their head, yes. But if you don't have a proper healthcare system, Mr. Prime Minister, and don't come and tell us you came to Florida the other day and I was muzzled not to ask any question. And many of you don't realize that. Jeffrey should answer some tougher questions. I was muzzled. And the Prime Minister came to Florida and speak about the health system as if the health system is one of the best. But let me make something clear tonight. And I can talk now. I'm trying to take my mind off a lot of things, you know. Good night to my good friend Wilfred Radigan. Good night to OT. Let me make something absolutely clear tonight. If we, the people of our country, Jamaica, do not get up and speak out about what is going on in our country when it comes on to basic health care, when a government cannot provide basic health care for its people, something is fundamentally wrong. The people of Savlamar, the people of Negril have to travel 18 miles to Savlamar. The people of Savlamar is in Savlamar already. But when I go to Savlamar Hospital, it's a disgrace. It's an utter disgrace. If you want an MRI to be done, you have to go to another medical facility. And if the Savlamar ambulance is not working, you have to pay that facility to use their ambulance. And it's 10,000 Jamaican dollars to use the ambulance. Plus that facility is going to charge you to use the MRI. So you're paying too money. And you're paying taxes in a country where the ambulance are not working. So my question tonight from the Prime Minister of this country. You are speaking about building parks and who grudge you from build park and who this and who that. You paint Jamaica, Mr. Prime Minister, as if it's one of the best country. Nothing is wrong with the nation. You go overseas, Mr. Prime Minister, and you make the people believe that what we are doing on social media is a bunch of lies we're telling. Now you cannot come and tell me that I am telling a lie about the medical facility in our country. You, Prime Minister Holness, cannot come and tell me that I'm lying about what is going on at Savlamar Hospital. But the people are afraid to come out and speak. The same way when I took the mic at the town hall meeting, I was asked what the question I'm going to ask about. And when I gave 3 questions, the individual said, no, Mr. Tavares, only can ask 1. Don't ask that, but don't ask this one. I only could ask the one about the pension. But you believe, and you are saying no, Mr. Prime Minister, that people grudge you, bad mind your government, and we don't want any parks to be built in Jamaica for the people of Jamaica. That's not so, sir. That is not true. What we are saying to you, sir, the priorities for the people of this country is proper health care, proper education system, jobs, security, and education. And if you fail all of them, Mr. Prime Minister, then there is something wrong with the government of this country. Now, you all say crime is down. I haven't seen the real statistics to say crime is down. What I can say, without any apology in the water in my mouth, and I will not apologize to neither he, she, nor the old lady, Jamaica's healthcare system is worse than Riverton. And when you have foreign governments are sending out travel advisory about our healthcare system in this country, and you have people like Marlon Morgan who will come out and say that I should have sent out a breaking news of the goodies that Favour Williams is giving the people. You can do that on News Star, not on my program. I run yourself, not you. And I want to ask a question: why those people? Why are Marlon Morgan and all of them don't come and debate us over here? Why are they afraid to come on Wilfred Rattigan program or my program? Why? What is it? Because we research and have the truth? And you always spew the lies to the people? You're going to build a park and it costs how much millions of dollars? When the Savlamar Hospital has no MRI machine. The Savlamar Hospital, Mr. Prime Minister, people are sitting on benches down there for 2 weeks before they can get a bed. Is this a prosperous nation, Mr. Prime Minister? And when we invite you to come on this program, Prime Minister, your advisors are saying no. Prime Minister Holness, come on the program here, Prime Minister, and tell us what is going on in our country, Jamaica, then. Be honest to us, Prime Minister. Don't listen to your advisors them sometime, Prime Minister. This program is a very warm and welcoming program. Come and tell me what I'm saying tonight, that the Savlamar Hospital is okay, and I'm lying. Come and tell me, Prime Minister Holness, that the Savlamar Hospital don't have any problem. Come and tell me that nurses down there, when a patient IV is finished, 3.5 hours before they can change the IV again. The nurses and doctors are so frustrated that they take all the frustrations on the patient. Savlamar Hospital is the nearest hospital to Negril, followed by the Noel Holmes Hospital in Hanover. Yes, there's a hospital in Negril, but that hospital is for the people of the Vumvava and the Vumvavi. Normal people who born and grow in Negril can't afford it. And you have a member of parliament down there who named Molan Wilson. You go to Parliament every day and can just warm the damn benches. The people of Western Westmoreland put you there for a reason. The same with George Wrong or George Right. The people of Central Westmoreland put you there for a reason. How on earth can you have a facility to the largest resort in Westmoreland, Negril, adjoining Hanover, where there's no proper system there, not a proper MRI, not a proper X-ray system, not a proper MRI system? If a patient is there now and they want an MRI to be done, there is no ambulance. I'm going to call name tonight. You have to go to Nepal, or what the place name, Nepal or Papal, to get an MRI done. And when they send their ambulances, it's a $10,000 bill you get. Plus the MRI bill. Where is our tax dollars going? Come and explain to us, Mr. Holness. Come and speak to us about what is going on. Because there's going to come a time that all the parks that you build, it's going to cost the people of this country money to maintain those parks. You want to build a park by saying, because they love to talk about the millions, you know. So they may build a park that costs $30 million. Do you know what that $30 million could have done for the Salomon Hospital? Or for the Noel Holmes Hospital in Hanover? Huh? Don't tell me something. Many of you on this platform, you know, it wasn't that program, you know. So y'all can talk. I really don't care. Y'all can talk about what you don't want to talk about. I really don't care. Until you go in a situation, then you'll know what it's all about. And when you go somewhere, I'm pretty much sure if I had gone there and went on the most way and they kicked me out, all over social media, Jeffrey Tavares got kicked out of Prime Minister Holness town hall meeting. When you have people sitting on benches and waiting for a bed, and you're thinking about building a park, and you're saying that the other side, the opposition People's National Party, don't want you to build any parks. Huh? Don't want you to build any parks. What you must do, Prime Minister, is arrange with your securities. Don't tell nobody where you're going. Drive to Salomon Hospital unannounced and walk into that hospital. Then you will see things. Because those CEOs of the hospitals, when they know some high official coming, they clean up one side of the ward and they take it to the good side of the ward. That's what they do. We must call out what is going on in this country when it comes on to health care. I have first hand of it. When you ask for your patient to be moved, you can't move your patient. Because your patient gone, your family member gone bad, so they can't move them again. to bring them overseas. This is the country that talk about a 2030 vision. You wonder, you ask, you know, I wonder sometimes, what are we voting for in this country? Are we voting for a party or are we voting for policies, proper health care, proper roads, proper fire stations? They're building all of these fire stations all over, they're building all of these apartment buildings all over Jamaica, you know, especially in Kingston and St. Andrew. And I keep on asking, can the Jamaica Fire Brigade stand up to a massive fire in our country? In Kingston and St. Andrew? Do they have the capability? Do they have the equipment? The last time I checked, they don't have any proper breathing apparatus. We must ask ourselves the question too. Who's going to gain from these parks being built? Who's going to gain from it? It's saying we must ask the question, who's gaining from the indigent houses that is being built? Who is gaining from it? You have your loved one go into a facility. You pay taxes. I have some idiots, you know, who's on social media say, go on, not pay no taxes in Jamaica. We all pay taxes because we all have properties in our country. And when you have your loved one crying out for pain, and you have to move him or move her from right here, sir, to the cup here, from this cup here to the mic, and they're in pain, do you know what it is? When you look on your loved one crying with pain, and you have to move them, there's no proper ambulance. There's no ambulance at the hospital, a public hospital. I asked the question long ago, can Jamaica afford free health care? This is one of the reasons why I asked the question. Because when we want to gain state power, you know, we tell the people the things that we want them to hear and what they want to hear. But at the end of it, the budget can't afford free health care. $3 trillion. That's what, although Mr. Robinson explained to me about the $3 trillion, I still ask the question, my good friend Julian Robinson, what happened to that $3 trillion? Why is it that across entities, government entities, they can't bring in the paperwork? And he admitted, he said the two political parties will be blamed for the $3 trillion. Most of it is in the Ministry of Health. You have a Minister of Health who is taking economy class from here to New York and business class from here to Dubai and New Delhi and Hong Kong. Who pay for those things? The taxpayers of this country. While the Savlamar Hospital, has no bed. The Savlamar Hospital don't have a proper ambulance service to take your family member to another adjoining place that can perform an MRI for you. You're going to come and tell me that everything is okay. The Cornwall Regional Hospital has been there ranking up how much billions of dollars of taxpayers' money. And you're telling me those who decide that they're going to refurbish the hospital couldn't tell you a long time, so time for your licky down? You came admitted. You admitted in Florida the other day that if you have to do it all over again, you lick down the building. Why didn't you do so? Is it that somebody have a nyama food? Why didn't you, Mr. Holness? Why didn't you make a decision and hit down that hospital? Lick it down. Playing Jamaican patois, lick it down. Why didn't you do so? Costing the taxpayers of this country millions and millions of dollars. People sleeping on cardboard and on the floor. This is the country in which they talk about a 2030 vision. A 2030 vision to live, raise, and work. Live, work, and raise family. But yet, when we come out on social media and speak what is going on because we have first-hand experience because of our family members, and some may ask the question, when they take a family member to private facilities, the private facilities are telling you that they don't have the capability to keep your family member. The public facility does. Yet there is no MRI, no CT scan, no X-ray machine. There is nothing like that. And if you have to get a CT scan done, the place in Savlamar, not even 20 minutes from the Savlamar Hospital, that place ambulance come and pick up a family member is $10,000. $10,000. Plus you have to pay for the CT scan. I wonder how these people think. I wonder how these people think about the people of this country. And I wonder if the people of this country think for themselves. Because I guarantee you, come the time when he's going to call the election, all the problems that the people face will go on through the door. Because if they go on the bandwagon and go jump up and do all kind of something. You're going to build a park. You see it fit to build a park. But you don't see it fit to make sure that the hospitals in our country has the proper equipment and they're working. You don't see it fit to do that. But you can come to the United States and you make people believe that everything is good and donkey. Don't listen to those people on social media. Them are propagandists. Them are dirty comrade. Don't listen to Wilfred Rattigan because him bex. Because him never get no police commissionership. So him bex with Jamaica. That is what is being said in the halls of parliament in our country, you know. That Will is upset. That Will is upset. Yeah? He's upset because he never gets certain things. And for me, my mouth is too big. Me bex because they never put me in the Senate. Me, in the Senate. This a boy, in a Senate. We have to wake up in this country. And we must demand accountability. We, the people of this country, must stand up. It's not about a PNP or a JLP, as what Mark Golden tell us in the parliament, that Jamaica don't belong to the People's National Party, the Jamaica Labour Party. Jamaica belongs to the people of Jamaica. And if a country cannot provide proper health care for its people, the people must demand it. The people must demand proper health care. And demand it now. And demand it now. So when you have people going on News Talk 93 FM, go spread their lies. They have never been in a situation they can pick up the phone and call the Minister of Health. And the Minister of Health can call whosoever can call and say, look here, give that person family member bed. Take out the old dirty Jamaican them. Forget about them. They're all dirty fool them. They're idiot. Put in one of my friend in there. You see, until we in this country have first-hand experience of certain issues, then we'll understand what is going on. But we don't. We don't. In which modern democracy? Which other modern democracy can you have a prime minister putting a park over health concern in this country? Huh? In which other modern democracy? And all you can hear is that $40 billion allocated for Salvamore Hospital. You never gone on there yet. And if Friends of Jamaica, if Friends of Westmoreland decide to give the Salvamore Hospital an ambulance, The Ministry of Health gonna look on you and tell you, send it to the Ministry of Health. They will decide where it's supposed to go. And I dare anybody to come on this platform and tell me nothing go so. I dare anyone to come on this platform and tell me what I'm saying is a lie. What kind of situation is this? What is really going on? Why are we voting? What are we voting for? If our leaders can't give us what we're supposed to get, we pay our taxes. Because when I buy one tin of chicken back, when I buy one tin of dirty galamine, when I buy a tin of tin mackerel, you pay taxes, you're paying taxes too. And if you're paying taxes in a country, and the country can't provide for you, something wrong somewhere. From 1962 until now, we have been swapping black dog for monkey in this country. When are we going to wake up in this country? When are we going to demand accountability? When are we going to stop this damn nonsense about PNP and JLP and think about Jamaica? You have to go to another facility to get an MRI and X-ray done. And if you don't have an ambulance to come and pick up a family member from the government facility, you have to pay a private ambulance. Is this the Jamaica we want to live in? Is this the Jamaica they're talking about prosperity? Huh? Nobody from government, neither Mr. Prime Minister, nor Dr. Tufton can't come and tell me I'm lying. I have first-hand witness. They can muzzle me. They can muzzle me at a town hall meeting where he was. But I'll be damn it, they're going to muzzle me on this platform. No one can muzzle me on this platform. And I'm going to speak the truth. We are facing a health crisis in our country. The people of Westmoreland, and who I'm vexed this evening, vexed with me, the People's National Party has neglected Westmoreland. That is why Westmoreland is where Westmoreland is now. Look how long Negril has been in existence. And no one sees fit to build a public hospital for the people of Westmoreland. A better one. Do you know the amount of people who was born at the Savloma Hospital? Huh? We all must do some history in this country. We all must do some history in this country and call a spade a spade. That's what we must do. But we are so divided, we are so partisan that we refuse to speak the truth. I beg God every day, don't let me take up my phone and call not one single politician number that I have in my phone for asking for nothing. We must speak the truth in this country. And we must demand accountability in this country. And where the blame must lies, the blame must lies. The Noel Holmes Hospital in Hanover is in a disgrace. It's a disgrace. What have they done? What have they done? But you come on platform and you cuss last night. Who vexed with you for because you want to give them park? What the hell can park do to a person? Yes, you can go there and you may sit down and resonate and feel the cool breeze and all kind of shibangarang. But can that really help the people when they need an MRI and a CT scan and X-ray? And we mustn't go in the hospitals and cuss out the doctors and nurses, you know, because they are frustrated. They are frustrated. In all my years of listening to the parliament of this country, I have never heard a member of parliament in their constituency debate speak about, yes, our hospitals in Lionel Town, we have 47 beds. The patients in the Lionel Town hospitals are okay. There's no problem coming out of that. You never hear that yet. But yet, when the election is called, we're going to the polls. Are we going to the polls for a better Jamaica? Or are we going to the polls for our political parties? Are we going to the polls for a better Jamaica? Or are we going to the polls for the two political parties in our country? That's the question we need to ask ourselves. I didn't plan to come on here tonight because God knows. Didn't want to have any program. I decided to give the program a break until I deal with my morning. But when I sit down and I think of what is going on, when I sit down and I think that they rather spend millions of dollars on a park that may cost the country 30 or 40 million to refurbish or to build or whatever. If a sign in the grill can cost nearly $18 million, one little sign, welcome to the grill. Like nobody knows how the grill there. While the Savlamar Hospital and the Negril Health Center need equipment, need things. If we had visionary leaders, you don't think they would buy some lands adjoining to the Negril Health Center where the Negril police station is and build a proper health facility for the people of Negril that consists of X-ray machines, MRIs and so things? And if there's a major problem now, you go to Savlamar or to Noel Holmes. Don't you think they'll do something like that? If they truly love the people of our country, they've done something like that. If they truly love the people of Negril. But of course, they don't think that way. Hello, good night. One moment, please. One moment. One moment, please. One moment. I'm trying to get the phone in. Good night. Welcome.
Yes.
Hold on for me, sir. You hold on a minute. Hold on. Go ahead for me now. Oh Lord, hold on. Hold on, sir. There's something going on with the system here. Go ahead for me now.
First, I want to say
Hold on for me, sir. I think you may have to repeat what you're saying. There's something going on with the jack to do this phone here. Go ahead for me now. Go ahead, sir.
oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying is that I am very sorry for your loss of your father. And I pray that God will just do in this time of bereavement. It's not easy losing a parent, but God is able, Mr. Tavares, and I know that He will come through for you. So I'm praying for you and your family
Thank you.
during this time of bereavement.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, but I really enjoy listening to the program tonight. And was you saying something about the political. And I really agree with that statement. When you said that the party leader must be a song that resonates to the people. And that is true because, when the leaders play a song, in the other Jamaica Labour Party, they may play a song that more resonates with the people. Like vote for Labour and do a song, but I'm not really hearing that in the PNP so much.
Let me ask you a
And,
question. Let me ask you a question. Do you believe it is okay for them to be spending money to build a park when medical facilities in this country need help?
no, I don't believe that. I believe that it is totally wrong. And what benefit, what significant benefit will it have the people know more than an election promise and a pie? So if you in a park, kind of critical seriousness. That is no, not build some park. Park can wait after. But I believe and I will hold this dear. In the time that we live in now, hospital. It needs a major hospital for the people. So instead of going around and building this park, build a hospital, build a health center that will benefit the people.
All right, sir.
Yes, Mr. Tavares.
All right. Thanks,
Yes,
sir.
also.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, I also want to say that in terms of the political scene with the election, fixed election date, I believe that we as a democratic country, we must be careful of what we do. What the minister said is not actually wrong enough in terms of it can stretch out all to December, but it is a crucial part of the
One
politics.
thing I can say to you though, if they had a fixed election date, they can switch it to December though.
No, and that's why I always say this. The
You're breaking up, sir.
PNP is liar.
Hold on for me.
Okay.
Hold on for me, sir. You're breaking up. You just stay at one place. You're moving all around. Look like you're move from Negril tomorrow and point back to Negril. Stay one place for me now.
Okay, let me stay one place. Okay. What I'm saying now is that the Minister of Jamaica is doing reverse psychology. He knows that he promised the people of Jamaica the 100-day promise, 2016. And 9 years after that promise, this man come to tell us, and the party come to tell us, that we are solely ready and we have 4 seats left. So they intend to stretch it out, Mr. Tavares. So as we can. They know what they are doing. They have the resources. And even if PNP can go to court, you know. What I want to say is that no matter when they call it, I believe that the people of Jamaica will be settled and will be ready. And what I'm saying is that people need to come home and vote. But the problem is people are asking what are they voting for. And it's true. Because if 37% votes, 29% votes, what does for the country? Nothing. And if turnout is so low, and mark my words tonight, I don't know the numbers, what it will be like in general election. But if PNP want to pull off a victory, they need to at least score 400 and add those votes to take away state power. Because Mr. Tavares, and that's why I'm saying this is a lesson that the PNP must learn. I did an analysis of the. Are you hearing me?
Loud and clear from Negril Point to Moran Point and Glenina Head Mountain.
I did an analysis of the voter turnout.
Uh-huh.
It was 29% in the local. And I know that I said, oh, wait much about local government, you know. Mr. Tavares, did you know that if it were a general election, the PNP would have lost state power?
Why?
They would have lost because the actual result is 33-30.
Uh-huh. But because it is not a general election, it's a local government election, don't you think that the PNP stand a chance in this election in winning the election?
Yes, they stand a chance, an 85% chance victory. And I believe, I don't know what you believe, but I believe that there is a chance of winning this election. A very big chance too. Because I'm a supporter of the PNP party. And I have supported it for many years.
Are you a supporter of Jamaica?
And I'm a supporter of Jamaica.
Oh, so who come first?
Well, country first, party second. That is what the Honorable Keir Starmer says. Country first, party second.
So you all have to wait until Keir Starmer, whatever his name is, said, before you realize it?
No, sir. No, sir. I am also a die-hard, you know. But I am a die-hard PNP supporter.
And I'm asking you the question, sir. It has to wait until somebody overseas tell you all that country come first before party?
No. My country come first, you know.
You couldn't fool me.
But my country come first in supporting the People's National Party. Because I believe that we are the most democratic movement. And the way I see the country goes, I have to support a democratic movement. Look, I support the People's National Party.
You said I must get this
for these.
10 times.
Yes. But I also support Jamaica.
Oh.
I love my country dearly.
Oh.
I have only ever traveled overseas one time. And I don't want to go back because it's so, you know.
Let me say something.
I just miss
Hold on. Let me say something to you. You know what is our problem in this country?
Yes.
You know what is our problem in this country, Jamaica?
What is our problem?
That all we can see is the color orange and the color green. I am yet to have somebody call me on this program and tell me that I have put this country over party. I'm a die-hearted Jamaican, not a die-hearted comrade, a die-hearted Labourite. I am yet to see that right here. And until we, sir, can come to the realization that we are Jamaican and Jamaica come first for us, until we can put this piece of rock in front of all of us and say to ourselves, we want to leave a Jamaica for our children. Until we, in this country called Jamaica, can say we're going to vote for a better Jamaica, we're not going to vote for a better PNP or a better JLP, then I'm sorry. This country is in serious crisis.
But I'm voting for a better Jamaica through the PNP. Because my philosophy, it is that through political movements, we see change in the country. Look, you and I differ as relates to political ideology. I know that you're Jamaican, and I am, I love that about your character and your personality. But we're all Jamaicans. But the silly fact is that the political party that I support, I know the history of the political party.
So hold on. You
That I
don't
support.
know the history of Jamaica?
I know the history of Jamaica. And the history of Jamaica includes His Excellency, the late Norman Washington Manley, and what he did for this country.
Hold on there for me. Hold on there for me. Me come here tonight for to talk about who a die hard this and who a die hard that. You see? I come on this program tonight to speak about the lack of certain things in the hospitals in this country. So if you come on here to speak about your die-hearted PNP or your die-hearted Labourite, then go to our next program. Not this program, sir. Come in this evening. This country is in need of help. And until we in this country sir, can put this country before these two political tribes, these two gang that is in the parliament of this country, until we can put this country first, then I'm sorry, we're gone somewhere else. Do you think Americans put Democrats and Republicans first?
Well, I don't believe so. I believe that they're kind of more civilized than us.
And aren't you ashamed to say that?
Well, I am ashamed to say that for true. But I have always been a critical.
I have a next call coming in. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you, sir. And may God bless, and I hope that you support the People's National Party.
You have a good night. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. You can't think about country. God help us. May God Almighty help this nation of ours. We don't think about Jamaica.
Listen, sir.
Good night to you, my friend. I know you're having some difficulties coming on, but you can talk on the phone here.
All right, sir.
All right. Tell the people who you are.
Good evening. My name is Victor Cummings. I'm a former councillor, former member of parliament, and former minister of state.
Sir Cummings.
Oh, former trade administrator.
Sir Cummings, welcome to the program, sir. As a former minister with the People's National Party, I want to ask you some questions tonight, Sir Cummings. Our nation is in a silly season.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that our country is up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. So we have to dig in with our hands and start paddling with our hands.
Indeed.
All hands on deck.
Indeed. When you hear Jamaicans come on platforms like these and talk about them are die-hearties and them are die-hearted, when you're a member, and I know you're still a member of the People's National Party, have you ever think about saying you're a die-hearted comrade? You don't put a die-hearted Jamaica before?
Well, I always say God and country first. That's how I was raised. And if you know my history, I was removed from Central Kingston because I chose to treat everybody equally.
Yes.
If it didn't matter to me if you voted for me or not, my job as a representation was to represent you.
Mhm.
And I remember when people cursed me, only we have to deal with a PNP. And I says, no, my job is to represent everybody. And that's why I tell you, I was only PNP to win a majority of votes in a JLP area. And I believe that the job of representation is to treat people with respect. It is an honor to represent, but what I have noticed 35 years now since I've been back in Jamaica.
Mhm.
And as you people are tired of hearing me say, but we have institutionalized corruption. I remember when the lady said to me, and where we vote for you for? We vote for you for got thief some money and come share it with we.
Wow.
And when make you too good for thief. The next man I got thief, that's why we are gonna vote for him. You can figure out who the next man is.
Yes.
But anyway,
Mm.
I was raised, had a father who told us that integrity is not an option, it is a way of life.
Mhm.
And I think that too many people, especially politicians on both sides, or on all three sides, because there's another political parties are involved. I just couldn't do it. It wasn't in my nature, so I chose not to.
Mhm.
But too many people, that is their objective for getting involved in politics.
Mm.
And the people expect it. It is about what can I get access. Everybody's waiting to feed at the trough. If you look at the amount of money that has been wasted over the years and what that money could have done, where our country could be. I mean, as I once told somebody, I said, Christ would have to come down off the cross and tell me that certain people didn't thief money
I think
because it was so obvious.
I think you and I is the same thing. Until God come
but
and tell me that X people never thief no money, then I'll believe.
but they know that nothing is gonna come of it.
And
I
that
don't
is
care
why,
what.
Mr. Cummings, former member of parliament, former minister of government, that is why I keep on telling people on this platform. Until I can see it happen, then I will believe it. But I do not believe that not one single parliamentarian now, if the PNP win tomorrow morning, will ever go to prison.
Well, you have to also remember, and I tell people this is a small, little country. There's no degree of separation anymore. Everybody knows somebody who has a connection with somebody. And the way we have institutionalized corruption. I'll give you an example. Person is in power, him see an opportunity, if him recommend this person for this work or whatever, or put in this stall or whatever, that person will get the job. And he knows that his responsibility is to give me 10% of the profit, if at least that.
Mm.
And with that 10%, I give a percentage to my man on the other side, the opposition or go whatever, because I know him from a long time. Me and him, they go to school together. Our brethren, even though he's on the other side, we were school friends. We went to school together. So we're going to take care of him. Then I give a little something to the party. Then I spend something to show up my support, and the rest is mine.
Hmm.
That is how it works, and it happens, and you see it all the time. And it is not just the politicians, but the civil servants, the police, all of that. And here it has become a part of our culture.
Yes.
But come on, do something for the country now. I just drove back. I mean, when I live now in the country, I moved from Kingston. And when you drive, how bad those roads are. And then you see when them go give up somebody to patch the road, and nobody's going to inspect it to make sure that it is done properly, because they expect it to mess up in another year or so can get back another contract to do it. So the corruption cycle just keeps on and on. But that's not what I want to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about this issue, and I've been telling people this bill that has been tabled in
Go
Parliament
ahead.
about the road to a republic.
Yes.
Obviously, those people who drafted that and who keep on with their PR campaign and everything about republic never read Plato's Republic. Now, having gone, and I will brag, Brooklyn Tech High School, Cornell University, I had to read Plato's Republic twice. And Plato's Republic isn't about just having a person as the head of state. Republic, for the people. That's what the Latin term republic means, for the people. And what they have tabled in Parliament, it is about creating an oligarchy to entrench power in the hands of a few. It is not about no republic. Because even, why can't I vote for my president of Jamaica? Why can't I be given that opportunity? You're saying that the prime minister, whoever it may be, and the cabinet which he has strengthened and trying to entrench in the Constitution is going to pick one of their friends to be my president? No, I want a campaign. I want to vote for the best person. And I want to give that person executive power. Now, back to Plato's The Republic. The Republic was about justice, creation of a just society where everybody is treated equally and fairly, regardless of their class. That is not what we're trying to create here. So they need to take back that bill. I want to have the power term limits. I want to be able to recall.
But let me ask you this question, though, Mr. Cummings. Is it that this new era of what they're talking about a constitution reform in this country, is it that the people who are put at the hem of the decision making then, in a sense, refuse to educate the people some more on it? Or is it that they themselves do not understand the meaning of becoming a republic?
I would say more of the latter, but there's also some of the former. You know, because they need to educate themselves first and don't use words. I mean, you just use these words without knowing the meaning or the history of them. And that, I mean, words are important. You know, and thrown around this road to republic, road to republic. No, that's not what you're looking at doing. Because
I want you to explain something to me here, and the listeners who are listening to us from around the world in the Eastern Caribbean. Welcome to the Make We Talk program. Thanks to all of those for your condolence and support in the chat room. Thank you all very much. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Good night to my good friend, Sir Christopher Campbell. How are you doing? I want to ask you this question, though, Sir Cummings. Is it that when we become in a republic, the people have to have a referendum for the people to vote, eh?
there is more than likely they were trying not to have it, but there's going to have a referendum. But what are you going to put in the referendum to the people? That is my thing. I'm saying that what you should put in the referendum, everything. Directly elect the president. We want to direct. We want the power of recall. We want term limits. We want set election date. Don't leave it up to the prime minister to manipulate the election.
That's what he's doing now.
You know, we want a set date. Yeah, that's what they're doing now. Hey, you have to look. If I'm in this position and I have all of this power, I'm going to see where it's in my best interest to maintain the power. Because I'm telling you, having experienced, once you have that power, it's really nice when people, when you walk into a room, everybody stands up and everybody bend over and try to kiss your butt. Yes, minister. It feels good. And it's hard to give up. And I think that is what these people, they are trying to entrench themselves because they want to be there where you got to drag them out when they're old. Look at you have people there, Carl Samuda. The people who are running for his seat now weren't even born when he became MP. He should be term limits. Term limits. And, you know, even with the prime minister, all of that. Let us just keep on changing people. And that way you get people with ideas and who will work.
And that is why I keep on asking the question, Mr. Cummings. When the time comes for election, let's call the election, are the people of this country, Jamaica, are they voting for a better Jamaica? Or are they voting for the political parties?
Who will vote? Who are the people who are voting? And that was the conversation I had a discussion with a friend the other day. The people who are coming out and voting are the diehards. You have your middle class with their jobs who are feeling it, but them all right because them didn't know, and they can still kind of pay their bills and go to the. And while they talk, most of them aren't even registered to vote. And then you have your well-to-do who they're friends and they don't matter to them who wins because they're going to eat a food either way. And so they don't vote either.
Would you say that the prime minister is trying to do a thing in the sense of maybe he'll stay in power for a long time to come?
If I don't have term limits, the system that we have, why not? Why not? And if you look at the bill that they have tabled, what that does is give us, as I said, creating an oligarchy for life, whoever happens to be in charge, because they can never be removed as long as they get a majority of the seats, because that's also a problem with our system. I heard somebody when I was on talking about PNP going to get all these hundreds of thousands of votes. If you look back at the history and look at the total votes, we don't have a system where whoever gets the most votes, it is whoever wins the most seats.
Yes.
So you could have, there have been instances where people have lost the majority of votes, but they won the most seats. And so therefore they control government. And that's why I'm saying let's move away from that. Let's move away where we elect our president and then the president.
Hello? Mr. Cummings? Oh, Lord. Sir Cummings? We're speaking to Mr. Victor Cummings, a former member of parliament, former minister of government under the People's National Party. I think it was Portia Simpson administration. I hope we can get him back to come on. He's having some technical difficulties. He couldn't come on our thing. So we have it. There we go. I think we have lost him. We have lost him. One moment, please. Sir Cummings?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I had to change phones.
Oh, Lord.
So I was saying to you that the problem we have is that we don't have checks and balances because the prime minister and his cabinet also sit in the parliament.
Right.
So we need to have a separation of powers. So we need to create an executive with an executive president who selects a cabinet, which is then approved by the parliament. And I even go as far as saying that our senators should be elected across parishes.
I agree with that too.
I remember years ago when I was working on the local government reform, and I was proposing that every mayor should be directly elected, not
Indeed.
just Portmore.
I agree with that too. I definitely agree
But
with that.
yeah, well, a lot of people
I
told me back then that they agreed, and when it suited them in their interest, they then opposed it quietly.
Yes.
And I'm talking people on my side. Anyway.
I want to hold on for me, Sir Cummins. For those who are on our platform, remember to go and sign the petition, the Magnitsky petition rather. Remember to go and sign that, and also donate to the One Jamaica Legal Defense Fund. One Jamaica Legal Defense Fund, OJLDF. Go there and donate. Do not donate on the website where you sign the Magnitsky Act. Don't donate on that at all. Donate to the One Legal Jamaica Defense Fund. I hope I'm doing this correctly, I don't want my good friend Wilfred Radigan to say, "Oh, Jeffrey did the thing wrong." Sign the petition. Sign on the petition, because we need to make sure that some people in our country is held accountable for the level of corruption that is going on in our country, Jamaica. We're speaking to a good friend of mine, Sir Victor Cummins, a former member of parliament, former minister of government, former councillor. So, Victor.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you this question, and I think we may have to run. I'm not sure. It all depends on what these people are saying to me here. Let me ask you this question though. When you were a minister, what ministry what position did you hold in the ministry? When you were
I was in agriculture with Roger Clark.
With Roger. Okay. Let's touch on that. For over the years you have been in there, St. Elizabeth has always have a problem with water. Have they done enough to make sure the people of the farmers of St. Elizabeth have water? Back in your days?
I can't speak to that. Well, you're talking back then. That was 20 years ago when I was there with Roger. And back then, that was when he put in place RADA and tried doing things and getting water and tanks, all of that. But overall, there's a bigger problem. And to me, is that we don't plan. We don't sit down and look, where do we want to be? And what do we have to do to get there? We're thinking too short term. I had the opportunity when I was at the trade board to go to China for 5 weeks and tour. And one of the reason I says where they are, and I've been saying it since then, 10 years ago, they plan. They don't think about just tomorrow. I mean, what's going to happen today and tomorrow. No. They're talking 100 years down the road. And imagine, with all those plans that were made right after independence, if we had just focused on them and worked together as a country, where would we be right now? But instead, we just started focusing on partisan politics and maintaining power, and then the process of institutionalizing corruption. As I was saying to you earlier, so much money is wasted. So much money is wasted that if we were to even say half of that has been wasted or stolen,
yes,
we could do things. Look at the healthcare system where you were talking about there earlier. I mean, look at our educational system. Look at our schools. I mean, if I teach at the university here, and I'm telling you, the quality of the children, the students have dropped. And what makes it even worse is the young boys. When I came home in 1990, I went and I lived downtown Kingston in the inner city.
Yes.
And I, do ethnographic research, gathering, because that's where I was born and I wanted to learn and find out. They had a program on TV, JBC TV back then.
Yes.
Well, in my opinion, after the news, you get to express your opinion. And here I am, a young man, come back, working and everything, and have somebody introduced, and I got a chance. And I spoke and I said, we're going to have a problem, a crisis with our young men in the future. And I said, let's have mandatory youth service. Once you're out of school, doesn't matter. Put you to work somewhere. Put you to go do something. Work in agriculture. Oh no, you're going back towards communism and the 1970s. And I'm like, who cares? It was a good idea. And it was needed. So we never did it. What we did was they watered down the idea and created the youth service, which really isn't youth service.
Yes.
So I do believe that we should have a mandatory youth service program, but I'm wondering if it's not too late because our young men are in crisis.
Big
At the
time.
university, 80% of the students are female. I worry about my daughters. What the pool for them to choose from, and what's happening? There's a serious crisis of young men, and it is going to get worse because our politicians are not paying attention because it is not in their interest at this time.
Mm-hmm.
You know that if you throw a little bit of money at them and give them some money so they can get some weed to run out, dig out their hand middle, or chopping, they're gonna come out and they're gonna go vote, or they're gonna go bring out people because most of those young men don't register to vote. A bad man don't get them fingerprint in them. So
Yes, yes. Boy, we're in some serious crisis in our country, Mr. Cummins, and it seems as if
well,
the change that we seek have to come from us as a people. So,
well, as I said to you, I've been saying it for a while. We're up Schitt's Creek and we don't have a paddle. And
yeah.
so we have to put our hands in the water and start paddling together. But I don't see it happening because of the fight for power. Because imagine if these people who are in power right now lose.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what is even worse and unimaginable is if they should win.
Mm-hmm.
Because then they feel that they're vindicated. Then they're going to rape the country.
Right.
You know. But I just happen to have 2 bank accounts, and that's okay by me.
Oh Lord, you don't have 28 bank accounts at all.
I have 2, and only one is working.
Yes. Oh
And money,
Lord.
because as soon as it comes in, it goes out.
Yes.
Anyway.
You know, Sir Cummins, we would love to have you on that we can see and talk to you some more. It's been a pleasure talking to you and hope you can come on again.
Yeah, man, and my condolences. I know what it's like.
Yeah.
I lost my father a few years ago, and I say I am who I am because of him.
Yes, indeed.
You know, where he insisted, it said, integrity is not an option. And that's what lessons from my father.
Mm. You know,
Maybe one day you'll do a special Father's Day, because the importance of a father.
it is. It is important to have a dad in your life. It is.
Yeah,
It is
man, I know
important.
my children. I'm very close to my children. And I don't know, they're the ones. I remember when I was removed from politics, and they cried more than me,
Mm-hmm.
And I said to them, there is a reason why the Lord did this. It will be revealed in time. And
Indeed.
I have no regrets, because I went and I spent time with them. I mean, my life was about them, taking them to school, picking them up, doing their homework, cooking dinner for them.
Hmm.
And I'm very proud of what they have
You
become.
know, yeah, you talk about that. You know, Mr. Cummins, you know what I used to love about my dad? He will cook ital stew, and you believe that there's salt in it, and there's no salt at all in it. And I used to love that. You know, and
Right.
even when my brother used to tease me that I can't cook. And for the love of God, it was not yesterday, a couple of days ago, he was remind me of it. That one point I decided I'm gonna cook for my brother and I. And my brother said to me that I fried the chicken and everything, fried good and everything. Before I make a nice sauce, I pour a whole bottle of ketchup in the chicken to cook it down. And he was reminding me about that a couple of days ago. And he said to me, all along I was to teach you to cook, and you're the bigger brother. You know, I was sitting we talk about so many things, you know. But
Yes,
life
yes.
is something that it's a road for all of us, and we have to get a hold of it. And you know, when the time comes, nobody know when our numbers when our number will be. So we just have to just make sure that we have right, yeah, we're right with our God.
Yeah, man, because none of us will get out alive, you know.
Not one single one of us, my friend.
Yeah. Well, give
Mm,
thanks in all things. I was just up there in New York, I told you a couple weeks ago, celebrating my mama's 90th.
mm.
So very happy and proud that she's still with us. She probably end up outliving all of us, but anyway, you never know.
Yes, yes, indeed, indeed,
All right, so condolences. God bless. God in country first, man. God in country first.
indeed, my friend. Indeed, indeed.
Always.
Thank you, Sir
All right,
Victor
then. You
Cummings.
take care.
Thanks for coming on.
Blessings.
Blessings too. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Make We Talk YouTube channel. And remember to go out and hold on. Hello, good night. Welcome to the Make We Talk program. You're live.
Hello,
Good night to you, sir. Good night.
how are you?
I'm good, Mr. Pennycook. You're live.
Eh?
You're live on air, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you
And
turn?
how are you?
I am hanging in, sir. Can you turn off the TV in the background, please?
Oh, let me call you back. I'm gonna have a call on online. 1 second.
Remember to go over to the One Legal Jamaica Defense Fund and donate. Every little make a muckle. Every little make a muckle. And also, let me go for this now. Also, remember to go over to the Magnitsky Act. There it is. The Magnitsky Act is challenging corruption and human rights violation in Jamaica. Let me take this off and put up this one now. Let me take this off, remove this. And let me go and put up this here. We need a lot of signature for this. And we're encouraging everyone. There you have it. It's where it is. Here we go. There it is. You go over here to sign the petition, you pull in your name, your email address, and you let me get this over here. I'll take off this from now. Take off this. Hold on there. One moment for me. Take off this. And all you have to do is put your country down this end here, and then you write sign. I need to go and sign it myself. We have a lot of people signing here already. So go on over and sign. Do not donate to this site. What you need to do is go over to the One Legal Jamaica Defense Fund and donate. Sign this petition. That's change.org, implementing the Magnitsky Act to challenge corruption, human rights violation in Jamaica. So you need to go over there and sign this. Sign it, because if we get enough signature, it's good for us. Go over there and sign. Let me go back to this. I hope we can see with the browser right here. You put your name here. You sign your first name, your last name, and your email address. And then you press sign at the red thing here. Signed it. We have 998 people signed so far. I hope I'm saying this correctly. Yes. And you just go over to the change.org, and it is the Magnitsky Act challenging corruption and human rights violation in Jamaica. Go over there and sign it. We have to get a lot of signature for this. Go over there and sign it. And what you need to do, if you want to donate, you need to donate to the One Legal Jamaica Defense Fund. I wonder if I can get OT to. Yes. What I want you to do when you go over here and sign, we need to reach 1,100 signatures. 1,100 signatures we need. So please, 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 please go over there and sign change.org. Hold on there for me. Good night. Welcome to the Make Start program. You're live.
Mr. Jeffrey Tavares, how are you, sir?
Yes, that is him.
I must first say my deepest condolences to the loss of your father, brother.
Thank you very much, my friend.
All right, listen. It's this what is it? One Jamaica Legal.
One Jamaica Legal Defense Fund. Yes, sir.
One Jamaica Legal.
Foundation,
let me tell you something.
One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation. Sorry.
Yes. Right. Tell the people don't sign this thing in a rush because I signed it in. I mean, don't do this thing in a rush. I did in a rush. I donated. Huh?
I don't understand. Don't sign what in a rush.
I don't. I mean, I misspoke.
Okay.
Don't do this thing in a rush because if you're hurrying, don't do it. Because I'm always on the run. This is what I did. I went to the site, boom, fill out the application, and I signed the petition. Then I see at the bottom it says donate, and I just donate, only to realize that what I donated to was not.
No.
Yes.
That is why.
Yeah, exactly.
That is why I'm saying to them, when you sign the implementing, when you sign the Magnitsky Act, and you signed it, you put in your name, whatever. Put in your name, your first name, your last name, email address, and you sign it, and you scroll down. You'll see become a member, become a donor, whatever. Do not donate to that. What you need to do is to go over to the One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation.
Yes. So I had to go back over there now and donate again. So I donated to this organization called Change.org, which is not where I should have donated. Right. But anyway, I donated. I still went back and donated anyway. But that was an error on my part. Right. It's nothing to do with, I was just in a hurry, as I said, and, because I've been procrastinating to sign it from there, and then suddenly it was Saturday. I said, let's go on and let's do this thing. And then when I realized, Sunday, I was like, oh my God, I donated to the wrong place. So I had to just go back and donate right. to One Jamaica Legal.
Also, when you go over to the One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation, what you can do also is to order your cup, because there's a cup there, a glass thing there where you can buy it from the website. You can go jogging with it. You can have it as a souvenir. The One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation. You can have it there, as a gift, because you can order it. Yeah, of course you can order from the website. There it is. You can order. They can order T-shirt. You can order what you can do, because this is what you can face coming up. You can order him. Yeah. You can't wife to kill order him. What we need to do is order this cup here. Order this cup. Because none of us have
a coffee cup, right?
No, it's a water jug like.
Water cup, yeah.
Right. And I'm pretty much sure if you need a coffee cup, they can get a coffee cup for you too.
Yeah.
But go over there and donate, and also order this cup thing here. That when you go jacking, you can have it and you can show people, say, hey, this is the One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation. You can go there and donate too. Donate. Because if we don't have people donating, then there's nothing we can do to assist what is going on in our beloved island, Jamaica.
Exactly. Yeah.
A lot of
But
people. Go ahead.
yeah, but onto the subject of this diativeness where we Jamaicans, some of us Jamaicans, and I'm gonna say we because I was guilty of it years gone by, right? But as you grow older and you gain more experience, you go out in the world and gain more experience. You see, right? You see why, hey, when you look back at what's going on in Jamaica now, we have to find a way to get the people away from this PNP, JLP, diativeness. We have to get away from it, right? That is what is killing the country, right? People will grow up and see our parents and, hey, my born this and my born this, my granny this and my granny this.
Hold on for me, my friend. Hold on for me. I must apologize to my moderator who is in the chat room. I haven't spoken to her in a long time, and I must apologize to her for not sending the link to her. Good night to you, walking in divine purpose. I apologize to you. I didn't plan to come on at all, and I was wavering in my mind if I should come on. Then I remember that I had promised my good friend Wilfred Radigan that I will speak about this on the platform here. And plus, moreover, I come on and it took my mind off a lot of stuff. Go ahead for me.
Yeah. And I understand where you're going through. I totally understand. When you're going through this kind of thing, it's like you need something to occupy your head space.
True.
Or else, trust me, a lot of people don't understand what you're going through, but let me tell you something, man. I left Jamaica and went and still abroad, came to this country. I wasn't legal. My mom passed away and I couldn't get a chance to even attend her funeral, But, and I tell you, man, it's one of the roughest time of my life, right? So listen, I understand, but it is what it is. The sacrifices we make,
Yes, indeed.
But I would just want to appeal to my fellow Jamaicans. Hey, please get away from this dietary JLP and diativeness. Jamaica first. We have to start thinking about Jamaica first. And I don't know if you remember the other day somebody sent you a message about the crime situation in the Caribbean.
I think
I was thinking about something there. I just sat by myself and I was thinking, and I said, this crime situation in the Caribbean could be dealt with, especially with regards to this witness protection. Why is it that, say, 5 countries in the Caribbean can come together and say, hey, listen, if we're having a witness protection program, Barbados, if you need to protect a family, why don't you send them to Jamaica? Jamaica, if you have a set of family that need to be put, why don't you send them to Trinidad? What, right? And vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Why can't we move around these people that need to be protected? Because we have to come together as a in Carrico. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Right? But it's something that, hey, the bigger heads have to sit down and think about it. Sometimes when you sit down as a small man like you and I would say a small man, you want to say yes, but this is not very hard to deal with.
Yes.
It's not very hard to deal. So why so hard for these guys to deal with?
All right, my friend, I have a next call coming in. Thank you for calling in.
Hey, you're welcome, and take care of yourself, my brother.
Yeah, man. Cool. Good night. Welcome to the Talk program. You're live.
Hey, Jeffrey.
Patrick
here, man. How you doing?
Hey, Patrick. How you think, man?
Good. I just want to wish you condolences on the family, the passing of your daddy.
Thank you very much, Patrick.
Yeah, man. And you always represent.
Yes, man.
And I'm really happy to know that you're keeping strong.
Yeah, man. Have to.
And by the way, I like what you represent at the Prime Minister's event the other day. You handle yourself good. Must tell you that, boss.
Thank you very much, my friend.
Like how you didn't give any trouble that night. Very much.
You see you know easy enough, Patrick.
You do a good job,
Patrick.
Man.
Like how we're live now, Patrick. I'm gonna ask you a question. You don't mind me asking a question?
Well, depending on it.
Depending on it. All right. What is your views on building parks in Jamaica more than having a hospital that needs stuff?
What kind of question is that? So lopsided, man.
I'm not lopsided. I'm asking a
You
question.
compare them.
Huh?
What are you trying to reference?
What am I trying
to say to me?
It's so what?
It's so lopsided. What you're trying to reference?
Okay. Out of using the money to build a park and to give hospitals equipment, which one would you think they should do?
Well, all right. It sounds to me like you're trying to make a political spin. Are you referring to the Prime Minister's comment recently? It sounds away to me. It sounds like it's a trick question. Like you're trying to trick me.
I'm not. I just simply ask Patrick. I just simply ask you a question.
No, man. It sounds trickify, man. Don't trickify. But you know, Jeffrey,
yeah.
I tell you this. Sometimes you don't know how you carry your things so. Because even like I was saying the other day in
you're live, you know?
In Florida. Me like how you go and you be yourself, you never try embarrass the Prime Minister.
No,
like how you'd have done
hello,
it here.
hello,
And
Patrick.
that's good too.
Patrick.
That's good.
Patrick,
you know?
hold on a minute. Patrick, hold on a minute.
Yes, sir.
I went and I took the mic. When I took the mic, somebody came down and said to me, Jeffrey, what is the question you're going to ask the PM? And I gave them the 3 questions. They said, you can't ask the other 2 if you ask one. You can't ask the other 2 questions at all.
So, Jeffrey, you make people do that? Censor you?
No. It's not really people censor me. The
They
person
did.
who, no, hold on there. I won't call in the name. The person who did it, you know the person too. And moreover, I was on my best behavior because that's a church I go to. And I didn't want anybody to, especially I don't want to embarrass myself and my wife, because if I decide to go and ask a question, you know, they may ask Broad County Police Department to kick me out, and then I come up on social media say, Jeffrey, get kicked out of Broad, you know? And I don't want that.
Well, Jeffrey, I must tell you, some of my friends said that you have loudmouth when nobody's around.
Oh,
and yes, some of my friends said that.
Oh, yes.
And they were saying that they like how you didn't try to embarrass the Prime Minister. You know, but they did expect you to, you know, give him a little bit more challenge. But I told them that, no, you're a nice guy.
So let me ask a question. So nobody didn't see it fit that I asked a good question about the pension and the people are not getting their pension?
Well, let me tell you what happened. You see, you have set a standard. You are known to talk real tough and hard about the Prime Minister and the government. But in front of them, they say you kind of big,
that's what they
soft.
say.
Maybe have a softer side of you.
Oh.
They say because you have guilt in your blood. They say you have guilt in your blood.
No, you said it.
Not me.
No. You said it.
People say you have one-time guilt in your blood.
No, Patrick. You said it. You were the one who said it, Patrick.
Me, I know no about you, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
You know no about you. I know about you.
So hold on there. So who know about me? I have all time. I have guilt in my blood.
Them people that must know you, man. I don't know you a long time. I know your name. I don't know you a long time. I don't know. I don't even know who's your father. I didn't even know you have a father. I didn't even know you have a father. I thought you're an orphan.
How dare you?
No, but it could be. Come on,
no, Patrick, no, Patrick. Don't go down that road. Don't go down that road with me.
Anybody, brethren, could be an orphan.
No, Patrick.
And I'm not making fun of it.
Do not go down that road with me tonight.
All right. You know what?
Take it back, man. No, take it back.
In the light of your
no, Patrick.
More than the past, Daddy, and I really regret saying it.
Apologize, man. Take it back.
And I apologize. Definitely. Right. But don't distract the point. The point is that they were expecting you to be more forthcoming. You know, because you have a lot of, just like how well ago you want to ask me a trick question, because the Prime Minister said that he's building parks and all of that.
I am asking you as a genuine Jamaican to a next Jamaican, what is your views about them building parks when our medical facilities are in shambles?
Well, put it this way. They have been spending billions in and if you check the record, you will see that they have refurbished most of the medical facilities across the island
You don't
over the last 9 years.
Patrick,
Yes,
don't
sir.
come here and tell me the damn nonsense, you hear?
Well, is what I saw. I read it here. I read information.
But let me tell you something tonight.
Yes, please. Tell me.
When you have family members going through what they're going through, and you can't get an MRI from the hospital, because the hospital MRI now work.
Right.
You have to go to another facility, private facility.
But it's much better than 10 years
Listen
ago.
to me. And when the ambulance at the hospital not there, now work either.
Yes.
You have to pay $10,000 to a private ambulance plus pay for the MRI. That make any sense?
Okay, so sir.
No. Answer the question. Answer the question. Answer the question, Patrick. Does that make any sense?
You. The condition is not perfect, but what they have done so far,
Patrick, do not come over here. Do not come over here. Do not come over here and spread your JLP propaganda nonsense to me.
I'm not here
because listen to me now. Listen to me now.
No.
Until you people face what other people are facing in our country, then you all will talk about they spend how much $1 billion to upgrade medical facilities.
Yes.
But you people do not feel what the Jamaican people are feeling.
All right. So let me just say this to you. First of all, the situation is not perfect. But if you look over the last 9 years or so, remember they don't have a user fee anymore to use the medical facility.
Oh, for God Almighty's sake, we're not talking about that.
No. I'm trying to tell you what they have done so far. What I read. I'm not speaking for ministry or anybody. Just me as an ordinary journalist who read stuff. Okay. Hold
on here. Since you're a journalist then, you're an ordinary journalist, why don't you use your journalism skill? Is it? And dig deep and find out what the Jamaican people are going through in the medical facilities across this country.
Definitely. I have done that. And I know what is going on. But I'm saying to you,
and have you, Patrick,
10 years ago.
Patrick, have you published it in your newspaper of what the people said to you?
No, man, no, of course I carry things already.
No. The question I'm asking you, Patrick.
Yeah.
Have you, allow me to speak now, man?
Yeah, man, I am.
Have you done an investigation as a journalist towards what is going on in the medical facilities in this country? All you're talking about that they spend much $1 billion. Have you gone on the ground and have you sent one of your people on the ground from Negril to Morant Bay to find out from the people on the ground who are going to these hospitals and what they're facing? Have you done that?
Definitely. And
and have you published it in your newspaper in Miami?
All right.
Answer the question. Have you done it?
No, I haven't tried that recent time.
Why?
Recent time.
Why?
But let me just say
No. Hold on, man. Why haven't you carried it?
I can't carry everything, sir.
No. But if you, Patrick. No, Patrick. Patrick, no. Patrick, if you go down to Jamaica and investigate what the government is saying to find out if it's so with the people, and if the people that give you a different finding, why didn't you publish it?
And I'm saying I've published it.
Why have you done it?
No, I haven't done anything recently. And I tell you what happened. The situation might sound gravely and serious, but it is much more improved compared with 10.
Don't tell me any damn nonsense. Do you know what it's like to see your father on a sick bed? Huh? I can't get MRI done?
And I'm saying to you, yes, it's still there, but it is much more.
Much better in what way?
Better than 10 years ago.
In what way?
I'm telling you.
In what way? Why can't we in this country see a spade as a spade?
No, you see, you are.
Hold on, Patrick. Why can't we in this country see Jamaica as Jamaica, not Jamaica's PNP or JLP? Why? You're a journalist. And you said you send people come down here to investigate what is going on in medical facilities. And you don't publish it?
And I'm saying to you, I've never sent anybody down.
So why don't you do so?
Listen, of course it could be done. But
so why don't you do it?
All right, based on the report that I've seen in recent time, it is not as bad as it was.
What the hell are you saying?
Now that you mention it, I think I'm going to double check on it.
Double check?
Yeah,
if you call yourself a journalist, I have a newspaper, and you not doing investigative journalism in your own country?
You have a lot of issues. And remember, my focus was really agriculture.
To hell with agriculture. Talk about other things too.
My focus is really agriculture.
Okay.
So I can't do everything.
Okay. You want to talk
but I'm saying to you that based on the report.
What report?
And the health report.
What health report?
Jamaica health report. Based on the Jamaica health. Come on, let me finish, man. Based on the Jamaica health report, I'm saying to you that the situation is much more improved than 10 years ago.
Patrick.
That's all I'm saying.
Patrick.
I'm not saying it's the best.
Patrick.
And there are a lot of room for improvement.
Patrick. Please do not listen to what those people are saying and come over and spread it. Go and investigate for yourself.
But you're listening too.
No, I'm not.
You're listening to people too.
I am not. If you call yourself a journalist, Patrick, and you own a newspaper, why can't you go to Jamaica? Forget about what political cap you wear and who you support and investigate it. Are you afraid that they've investigated? Are you afraid to publish it?
And I'm saying to you.
Are you afraid to publish it?
No, I would not.
You're not?
I would not be afraid.
So if you go down there and find that there is some missing funds and the health sector is not as what they said, would you come up and publish it?
Definitely I would.
Oh.
And you know, Jeffrey, you know, I tell you this, you don't even read my newspaper.
Oh, you know I don't read the newspaper?
My newspaper in Jamaica is very critical of the government many times. And I call a spade a spade.
You do?
Right?
You could have fooled me?
Of course, all the time, if you read it.
So would you, hold on there. Would you investigate? Would you go and investigate the Speaker of the House who is building a house next to a lady's house and the driveway going through the lady's veranda? Would you investigate that?
All right, so listen to me now.
Answer the question, no, man. Yes or no?
Hold on. I need to,
yes or no?
I can't answer yes. Wait a minute. Hold on, man. I can't.
No. Is that yes or no?
How me answer yes or no?
Would you investigate it, yes or no?
I have to put
as a journalist, Patrick, would you investigate yes or no?
You're bullying me now, man.
No, I'm not bullying you. I'm asking you a question.
You're bullying me.
No.
I can't understand yes or no. And let me tell you why. First of all, you're spreading rumors.
What kind of rumors am I spreading? Is in the newspaper?
No, because the particular case you're talking about just finished in the court. And the first lady, Mrs. Holness.
What first lady?
Yes.
What first lady?
Mrs. Whatever you call her, Mrs. Holness. She won the case. So you're here just spreading rumors and loose stuff. That's what you do about it. And then you want me to answer yes or no to something like that.
Well, okay, all right. She won the case. Okay, hold on there. She won the case. But would you go back and investigate if the case was done fairly?
What are you doing? You're questioning the court?
Put to the area now, Jesus.
Are you questioning the court?
I'm simply asking that question because you're a journalist.
Nobody can question. Nobody's not supposed to question the court.
Why not? Who tell you no one who question the court?
You are asking if anybody go and investigate.
I'm asking that question. Who is telling you that nobody must question the court?
You just asked if anybody investigate the matter.
I'm asking if you would do it.
I would need to question the court. If the court passes a judgment, I'm satisfied with that.
Oh. So would you dig deep into investigating the Prime Minister's 28 bank account?
What?
Would you dig deep investigating the Prime Minister's bank account?
Listen, you see, all of these points you're just throwing up and singing it all over the place.
No, I'm asking Patrick, you're a journalist, Patrick, and I'm asking you a question.
No, ask me that.
Why not?
I don't focus on everything.
Why not? But you're a journalist.
There's a procedure.
Patrick,
there's an integrity commission and they're doing their work. I want them to do their work.
Patrick, you're a journalist.
And by the way, you are jumping on me now. And when you get a chance to talk to the Prime Minister directly, you didn't even talk.
The CG, Mama talk. The CG was the one who told me not to. Because no.
Please.
No. The CG was the one who told me that they will take the mic away from me if I decide to do that.
Oh, sir, I don't buy that.
That's your business.
I don't buy that. You're a respectful commentator. You have a loud talk. But you question everybody, and you're right in front of the man, right in the him. And you're trying to bully me here. Why are you trying to bully me when you get the Prime Minister and not bullying the Prime Minister? Don't bully me, man. You're bullying me.
All right, Patrick, since I'm bullying, have a good night.
When you get the Prime Minister, you bully the Prime Minister, sir. Not me.
Patrick, since I'm bullying
you,
since I'm bullying you, have a good night then.
Well, all right, that's fine. But I'm telling you, bully the Prime.
Since I'm bullying you, my friend, have a good night.
All right, sir. Don't do it again.
Good night, Patrick. All right. Oh my God. This is where we're gonna say so long for tonight. But remember to go over to the One Legal Jamaica Defense Fund and donate as much as you can. And also to go over to the Magnitsky Act to challenge corruption and human rights violation in Jamaica. Go over there and sign that petition. Do not donate to the change.org. Do not donate to that, because that is not where you donate. You donate to the One Legal Jamaica Defense Fund, okay? So go over to there and sign this. Go to there and sign this. That's where you can go over there and sign this. Sign it. We need to get 1,100 signatures. You could pump it up to 1,100 signatures. So please go over there and sign it. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, people, I gotta go. Got to say thank you all very much for coming on. Thank you all for being a part of this program. Thank you all for your many condolences and so forth. Thanks to my moderator in the chat room, Walking in Divine Purpose. Thank you so much. Thanks to Sir Christopher Camp, who continue coming on into the chat room and keep the chat room going. Others in the chat room, thank you all very much for coming on. Thank you very, very, very much. Until you hear my voice again, may God bless you and may God bless our island home, Jamaica Land we love. I think we may have Mr. Rattigan on Wednesday. I think we're going to have him on Wednesday. So hopefully we have him back on Wednesday, all right? Good night, everybody. May God bless you. May God bless our island home, Jamaica Land we love. Good night.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, make we talk. Hey, We're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Make we talk.